What is up, y'all? Xander here. I'm an artist and producer, and today I'm going to be making a song based off of the zodiac sign Taurus. So for all you Taurus out there, this one's for you. So let's get into it. Let's build a future hit. Alright, so when I was kind of coming up with my overall concept for the song and what I wanted to convey, I needed to break down what Taurus kind of meant to me and what I think people of that sign kind of represent and how they act. And when I think of Taurus, I think of really centered, really grounded, really focused and practical people. So I wanted the message of the song to be centered around that. So I wanted the track to feel kind of earthy, but also larger than life in certain places. So I wanted some of the instruments to feel like a little bit more organic. I wanted the lyrics to feel like a little bit more traditional singer-songwritery. So I settled on the concept, the title Steady, and really kind of played with that. I almost kind of wanted the lyrics to come across a little bit country, just a tiny bit, because I felt like that would kind of capture that kind of earthy quality. But I still obviously wanted to keep kind of like an EDM fun aesthetic. So that's kind of my overall concept and where my head was at when I was kind of conceptualizing what I wanted the song to feel like. All right, so this is my giant Logic session here. I've got quite a bit of things going on. I did a lot of background vocals for this one because, again, I wanted this one to feel like really earthy and kind of organic. And I thought, like, what's more organic than the human voice? So I added a lot of those. There's a lot of harmonies, especially towards the end, that I'll talk about later. But I wanted this song to start off with an iconic lead instrument or my main rhythm track, the thing that's kind of tying everything together from like an instrumental standpoint. Nice little hook there. And I found this really cool guitar sample on Omnisphere. Love Omnisphere. Big fan of it. It's a dope synth. And that's where this sound came from. It's kind of like an electric guitar, but it has like a really earthy but sort of crunchy quality to it. Yeah, and I also put a filter on it in the beginning that's turned on. So later on in the song, when I really wanted to open up, I take off that filter and I bring in the lows and the highs again. It really opens up and becomes like a lot sparkly, more sparkly. Yeah, so that sounds a little bit more impactful because that's a bigger part of the song. So I wanted that sound to kind of evolve over the course of time. In the beginning, I also just have like some gentle snaps, but it's mostly just my vocal coming in.
You are the earth I stand upon.
Yeah, and then I just have some snaps in the background as well. Very minimal way to start. I kind of wanted it to feel like you're stepping into like a canyon space, like a big space. So I wanted my voice to sound very kind of affected and reverby. Then we get into the pre-chorus section where I start introducing like some more background vocals. But also this very deep drum sound. That drum sound I actually just found on Logic. There's actually great loops on Logic that you can use. We get up to the chorus section and I did this fill that I just think sounds larger than life. I love fills. I'm a big fan of fills because, it's a big part of EDM. It lets you know when something's happening. This is a reverse, I think it's a reverse cymbal, but it kind of acts as a riser and it brings us into the chorus.
You're holding me, you're keeping me steady.
Great. So, because there is so much restraint going on in the other sections, I wanted to make sure like every chorus section really, really hit when we got to it. So I really wanted to make sure that first belted steady just really emotionally hit. end of the song, after chorus 3, I have an outro going on here that I think sounds really cool. It's basically, I was trying to go for like a chorus effect here, and I think it sounds really, really cool. I also have this like new electric guitar that's adding like some crunchiness in there.
Dark, my sun in the rain. You keep me steady, you're making me sing. Night in the dark, my sun in the rain. You keep me steady, you're making me sing.
All right, so in this song, I wanted to make sure that I was taking full advantage of the title, the word steady, and kind of the concept around that and what that word implies. So I wanted to make sure that I was using heavy repetition here. So much to the point where like if it was any other song or concept, it would feel like too much. But because of this world we've built around lyrically and sonically, we just kind of have to keep that motif and standard going for this particular song. So it was important to use the word steady a lot, to find ways to sneak in a lot of repetition in there, a lot of symmetry. So one of the things that I really wanted to challenge myself to do with this particular song is using something called anaphora and epistrophe, which are basically ways of saying that for anaphora, you're starting off your phrases with the same word or phrase. And then epistrophe means that you're closing off your phrases with the same word, essentially. And normally you either have one or the other, but I kind of really wanted to see what I could do with this particular song so that it felt very structured. It felt very kind of set in its ways and very symmetrical. So the pre-chorus especially, I have you're holding me, you're keeping me, you're holding me, you're keeping me. So the rhyme is kind of in the middle where your and me is the anaphora and epistrophe section of it. I changed it up a little bit in the bridge section, but yeah, again, the main point, the main thing I wanted to drive home was that kind of consistency through the repetition and how I kind of structured the lyrics. All right, y'all, so here is my Taurus anthem called Steady.
You are the earth I stand upon. You are the faith in the darkest dawn. You're holding me, you're keeping me. You're holding me, you're keeping me. You're holding me, you're keeping me. You're holding me, you're keeping me steady. You're making me steady. You're making me steady. You are the hope through the sands of time. You are the light past the blackest night. You're holding me, you're keeping me. You're holding me, you're keeping me steady. You're making me steady. You're making me steady. Night in the dark and my sun in the rain. You keep me steady, you're making me sing.
All right, everyone. So that is my Taurus Anthem Steady. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. I had a blast making that one. It was so much fun doing all those background vocals and kind of messing around with the sound design, getting it to sound really earthy and organic, but larger than life at the same time. I don't think I've done a song like that before, so that was really fun to kind of experiment with. So thanks for watching. Until the next Future Hit.